all the warning signs are coming in that Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are preparing for not only divorce, but war. Yikes. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and when this kind of story gets out into the ether, you know it's going to get ugly. But let's rewind. What's happening? Well, there's a lot of divorce rumors that have been happening, but the first big example of this is the fact that their new $60 million home has now just been relisted on Zillow. Oh my God, is it a gorgeous house? Can you imagine? I wonder if these people are so out of touch living in such a place like this. My God, it's got its own gym and conference room and separate gym and massage room. Whole separate a barber shop, a full screening room. That's just stunning. Look at that pool and patio. A two-level patio pool. Anyway, yeah, this amazing house is now back up. You can get it too for only, how much is this? $60.8 million. Woohoo! But the fact that this is now up for listing and they've added new photos of the property, it's not a good sign. Plus, we got Dumas, how do you say it? Dumas is reporting in exclusively here.
Somebody messaged me and alleged that a very famous divorce attorney, I think you guys know who I'm referring to, is allegedly mediating the divorce between Jen and Ben. Allegedly, they're going to announce it when it's all settled, signed, sealed, and delivered. Ugh. I don't know how long that's going to take, but apparently no one is disputing the prenup. This person is alleging that it's done.
I believe they have a prenup. This will be her fourth divorce, and this is their second marriage together.
This person also alleges that Ben not going to the premiere in Mexico was a big deal to Jen. He was seen that same night out to dinner in LA. I'm sure she saw the paparazzi pictures, or people told her that he was
probably working
out. And that was a deal breaker for her.
She missed his Air premiere. I learned that by watching The Greatest Love Story Never Told, which honestly is a story that should have never been told. In fact, we're going to release that, but I'm still waiting for Amazon to let me. They've blocked it all, but I'm disputing. We're fighting it, and it's going to drop next week, but that's part of the reason that it's so late. So make sure you subscribe. I have a full 30-minute video essay breaking down why J-Lo deserves all this criticism, etc. You're not going to miss this one.
I think that if there are rumors out there that one of them is using the country's most famous celebrity divorce attorney, that there is some truth in there possibly being some papers being drawn. So with that information, I don't know what to say.
Well, it's true in that
Somebody messaged me and alleged
Laura Wasser is one of the bigger divorce lawyers, repped Angelina Jolie, Heidi Klum, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Johnny Depp, Ryan Reynolds. As you can see, I don't like her as much as our own Christopher Melcher. He's the best. But yeah, I mean, I asked him about this too, and he's like, well, look, there's just nothing to prove yet. But he agreed that, yeah, you would do this quietly. You absolutely would try to set this out quietly. And now experts are coming in saying, yeah, not only do it quietly, but she knows how to do this. She knows how to handle a divorce as rumors swell, as experts are coming in talking about this. Let me get to this. Here we go. Insider reveals that J-Lo is telling everyone they're going to get through this, but Ben is totally checked out. So you're noticing now also, you're going to see the PR spin has begun to make J-Lo look like the better person and Ben not. Ben is checked out. It's pretty clear that a divorce is imminent and J-Lo is taking steps to protect herself. At the end of the day, J-Lo is a survivor. As much as she loves Ben, she's also very angry with him. And you can count on her to make this as hard as she possibly can. I believe it. Especially after watching the documentary. She'd love to save things, but if she can't, she's vowed to at least come out on top. J-Lo knows how to handle divorce, and she's already been met with many lawyers. Even though she's been married such a short time, there's still a ton of assets to divvy up. She also hired a special crisis PR team. I absolutely believe this. We're already seeing it in action. Variety is all up in her to try to defend her. In the Hollywood industry, Variety is like, you know, the trades that they're going to read and see to show like, oh no, I guess J-Lo did get a #1 movie, Atlas. Yeah, right. I don't buy it. She's also brainstorming how she and Ben can cut the cord with as little collateral damage as possible. Insider also said that the image conscious J-Lo is worried about her reputation. It's crucial for J-Lo's brand that she doesn't appear to be dumped. And she's explained to Ben that it's in both their best interest to put up a united front. He made sure to flash his phone screen with J-Lo's photo and married name on it for photographers. He agreed to put a wedding ring back on. The hope is that these photo ops will calm the frenzy down. And again, more and more proof that J-Lo's in control and has been gaslighting Ben this whole time. More you'll learn when I do my video essay. I promise you do not want to miss this one. The insider says, though, that J-Lo will do everything she can to make sure the blended family doesn't get caught in the fallout. It's extremely tough for the kids. It's a huge shift for them to go from a beautiful family to this fractured Cold War. But J-Lo and Ben are desperate to shield them from any upset the best they can. And I believe that. Putting on a united front is the best thing to do. And hopefully that will always work. But she's still fighting to save the marriage. At the same time, she's prepping for the worst. J-Lo will always be ready to cover her butt. That's the way she does things. 100%, that's how she does things. She loves to cover her butt. Proof of that right here. A-Rod, he's loving all this drama. He loves that the marriage didn't work. He's got immense resentment towards her because the way things went down, she dropped him like a hot potato for Ben Affleck. So now he's getting a little bit of a thrill now at hearing that they've crashed and burned that less than 2 years. Alex fell apart when J-Lo ran off with Ben. He felt like she tossed him out with the trash when she got a better offer from Ben, and it did a huge number on him. He went from planning a wedding to watching her marry someone else in what felt like a blink of an eye. It was the worst year of his life, and to make things 10 times worse, J-Lo didn't have an ounce of empathy for him. She flaunted her romance with Ben every chance she got. And this is important because when you watch the essay and all the stuff that Amazon's trying to keep from you, when you watch it, you're going to see how she plays like, Ben left me 3 days before the wedding, but it was the real love story. He should have never left. And it's so offensive to A-Rod, who was there her whole time and apparently loved her, was there, was supportive, and she's dipped. When Ben was available, she dipped. And she reveals that she had this book of all their emails and things, and she clearly had been engaging with him while she was with A-Rod. But no, J-Lo is the victim, guys. J-Lo's the victim. Now, Ben's admitting he got caught up in the excitement. That's what the rumors are coming in from sources to close friends. He was blinded by lust when they got back together. Obviously, when they first got together, it was electric. Ben couldn't keep his hands off her. He now admits he was blinded by lust and regrets moving too quickly into the relationship. And so J-Lo is already fighting back and in touch and all the press now calling Ben barely any intimacy. He became a lazy and boring lover. Ouch. Ouch. It's weird. I remember, I think it was Gwyneth Paltrow was asked about the lovers and she did not speak poorly about any of them when she was on that Call Her Daddy podcast. But to see her out there now putting out this like Prince Harry like privacy, J-Lo privately complains Ben wasn't up to par in the bedroom. Then he stopped making an effort, became lazy and a boring lover. Can you imagine if this is true and she's putting this out there to try to save face? He was sleeping on the other side of the house for months and the consensus is they've been barely had any intimacy. This source reveals. Obviously, when they got back together, it was electric. Ben couldn't keep his hands off her, but now he admits he's blinded by lust, says an insider. But the bickering and tension took a toll. He was so burnt out and bored by her diva fits, the physical attraction totally wore off. So that's Ben's side, clearly. Ben's side trying to justify this and put it out there, and that's where this, I guess, is coming from. But as you can see, it's clearly going to get ugly. This is not going to end anytime soon, but I do report, this report and everything else we're hearing, it does seem like we're headed that way and that a divorce is imminent. It would make sense why she canceled the tour. That would make sense that as this is happening, they quietly have a divorce. It happens. It'll be quietly announced later. Ben saving face for the family and for the laugh, trying to avoid the press. It all makes sense to me. So I suspect that's where we're going to be. Let's see if we are right. In the meanwhile, stay tuned. Next week, we got a lot of stuff coming. And in fact, I'm going to break my royal stoppage, and we're going to give you one video next week about Meghan Markle as well. Because, guys, I got an email from Meghan Markle that we need to discuss. Plus, we got to talk about J-Lo. Plus, we have an exclusive Michael Jackson topic you're not going to miss. The fans are going to go nuts over this one and a lot more all next week. So make sure you catch him as I've been banking some content to go away with family for a little bit. I've got some stuff happening. Appreciate you guys, though, so much. So make sure if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell for all alerts, and get notified. Next week, there are going to be some fire videos A few specifically you're not going to miss. I think you're going to really enjoy. So make sure you stay tuned for them. We will be live later today, and I have a special guest joining me live that you're not going to miss. So stay tuned. So much coming here to Popcorn Planet. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching.